guys, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. And I just want to take some time to talk to you about how I've been feeling lately. It started yesterday on my walk as I was thinking, and I was, you know, so relaxed and at peace with the world, but I know that there's something very wrong, something very broken in our world today. I don't understand what is going on, and what really scares me is that the fact that an earthquake. Remember 9/11? Well, that was an earthquake, disguised by other catastrophes. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about hate. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm worried about staging and hatred. Whenever you see something that is staged, and certainly don't mean staged by the poor helpless victims that should have had fair warning of their impending catastrophe, why that warning wasn't coming, it suggests to me the possibility of a criminal attack on a beautiful country, two beautiful countries that don't really, I don't think any country, unless they're out and out at war with some other country, and are giving a lot of hate, I don't think any country deserves to be attacked in that manner. I don't think that anybody should be allowed to express the kind of hatred that goes into masterminding a criminal attack to make it look accidental. You know what? I think it's time that we all grew up and started facing facts. Just look at 9/11. I actually can't look at 9/11 because it gives me horrible nightmares. I'm so afraid that it will happen in my part of the world. I don't want it to. But attacks like that are going on pretty much in a great many parts of the world. And I think it's time that we focus on what could be possibly going wrong here. And you know, for instance, I've said my piece on staged accidents on the road. I think it's it's a disgraceful form by political institutions to express hate and racism. Whatever color you may be, racism exists in all forms and levels to all people, no matter what. And if we cannot control the amount of staged hate that goes on, you know, I don't want to dwell on this, but I'm hoping that that crisis that is going on in Syria and Turkey is not something staged. But I know better. I know from looking at 9/11, guys, if you've looked at the footage, you can actually see the ground crumbling. Not the building, the ground. So, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else because I've already been convinced years ago. I saw the footage, and it's there, guys. News people were filming it before it happened. So, the footage is there, guys. They were waiting. And I'm talking about the first attack on the Twin Towers. You know what I'm saying? Okay, enough of that. So, I do have to go out and pick up a couple of things today. It's not essential that I get them. I do have an unfortunate confession to make about my pizza. it was a fail. It was a fail. You know why? Because I'll tell you why. You probably know. I didn't let the dough rise like I did last week. So not only didn't I do the vegetables properly, I didn't let the dough rise. And so, you know when you go to a really flaky restaurant and they serve you soggy pizza dough? Well, that's what they do. They don't let the dough rise. And that's why I put yeast in it, so it would rise. I just didn't feel like waiting around. You know, 15 minutes to me is like a lifetime sometimes. Anyway, I don't know if I want to bore you with another pizza making fail next weekend. So I think I'm going to leave it at this. If I happen to make one that turns out, I'll show you. But the next pizza I ever do make will involve roasted vegetables, not sauteed. And I want to see how that turns out. It's because if I put them raw, it's not going to taste right. I've tried it. So bear with me, guys. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. The best pizza recipes are just plain and without anything on them. They taste wonderful. So I should try and follow that for once. But anyway, that last night, one of them turned out not bad. It wasn't so soggy at all. But the other one, the second one that I made with all those juicy toppings, no, it was a complete fail. It tastes wonderful. Don't get me wrong. They both taste incredible. But you try, I need a spoon, not a knife and a fork. I need a spoon. So I needed to let the dough rise. Why can't I learn that? Anyway, guys, I will catch up with you later on the road. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing today, but I do want to spend some of it outside. I'll probably go for a walk. So I'm going to catch up with you a little bit later, and maybe we'll talk more, okay? So tonight I'm holding a vigil for all the Syrian and Turkish victims who so needlessly lost their lives. It could have been prevented, I think. It could have been warned. Something is very broken there. And I'm also praying for that tragedy to fix itself, to mend, because cities with broken systems have a way of not coping very well and not getting back on their feet very quickly. So my heart goes out to everybody who was touched by this horrific tragedy. And it's like a cloud that's following me everywhere. And I don't know if you remember, sometime last week, I was telling you guys that I felt like something was out of sync. Now, this would have been before Monday. And see what I mean? I knew that something was off. I knew that something was in the air. I don't know what it is. Maybe I sensed it. And all that sunburn in my eye, maybe there was something going on in the atmosphere. But I could sense that something was going to happen. Anyway, guys, I'm going to try and cheer myself up. I hope you're all going to have a great Sunday. Today is Sunday. You'll be seeing it Monday, but today is Sunday. And so please go out there, get as much sunshine as you can, relax, pray, and do the things that you love the most, because that's the only way that we can get stronger and heal. And my sympathies and my condolences to everybody out there. And it's so quiet on YouTube today. It feels weird. But I love all my subscribers, and I thank you so much for subscribing and commenting. So thank you so much. And probably now my subscriber count is going to drop, but I don't care. I'll make it up somehow later on. I know that YouTubers don't like to hear other YouTubers exclaim about their new subscribers, so I won't. But welcome to my channel. I still love you, and I enjoy your channels. And please forgive me if I'm not quick enough to go to your content, because, you know, daytime, I have to get out there. I know our daytimes don't always coincide, so please bear with me if the time changes. And I hope that I do get to all of your videos soon, because I want to watch them all. And I love you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tonight. Hopefully not with another failed recipe. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. So guys, I'm kind of looking for a spot to go and have a nice little walk. And it's so beautiful out today. I'm not even wearing a coat, but I don't want to overdo that. Yesterday, I couldn't even walk 2 minutes. It was so cold. So this weather is so weird, isn't it? Hi guys, I think I'm on my way to Burger King, and I believe I'm going to pick up the an order of pickled, what do you call it? An order of the fried pickles. So anyway, I will see you back at home. I did do some walking today, but I decided not to film it because I was with friends, and so it was a beautiful day, and I have a bit of a sore throat now, so maybe I walked a little too long. Anyway, I'm on my home now to feed the cat, and it's just 6 o'clock, and what a beautiful day. I can't begin to describe how good I feel and how lucky I feel that I was able to spend it with some loved ones. And so I guess I'll catch up with you later on. What's the matter? I'm pretty worried about her. She was okay when I left, but she hasn't been herself lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's doing it for attention or if she's really sick. I don't know. So I might have to speak to the vet. And I think he's kind of afraid of her. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm pretty worried about her. So guys, I did manage to find my pickle nuggets. If you want to call them pickle nuggets, I prefer to call them sour chicken nuggets, which are delicious, by the way. Hold on and I'll let you have a look. As you can see, there's no actual pickle in there. I thought I would be ordering something without animal protein, and so I was wrong. However, they're delicious. It's actually chicken in there, and they're very spicy, which I love. And if there's anything that I like much, much better than sweet and sour, it's hot and sour. And these are it, guys. And rather than pickles, I believe that the sourness is coming from a very tangy lemon sauce, which is, by the way, a brownish color, if you can see. It is a brown sauce. It is so good. Absolutely delicious. Well, guys, I've been thinking, out walking today, I've been thinking that I was probably very wrong today to suggest that there may be something else going on with the earthquake in Syria and Turkey. You know, I know as a fact that conspiracy theories often seem to be when they are actually not. And I think in most cases they are not. And I think I was pretty wrong and wondering if this could be the case with the earthquake, but I'm pretty sure it's not a conspiracy. It's not something else. It's not something made out to look like something else. You know what I'm saying? It was a real tragedy that really happened to two beautiful countries and destroyed so much of their humanity and human life. I'm really shook up about it. I can't get into sync to think that something like that can actually happen, something that we cannot have any control over whatsoever. And, you know, as far as the earthquake registering or not registering, I realized that even if enough people had been warned, and I know nothing about it, there would have been a very good chance that the exact same thing would have happened. People would not have been able to act quickly enough or get far enough. Apparently, it was quite a distance. And so I don't think that trying to flee would have made the situation any much better. It still occurred, and I feel so terrible that all those people didn't manage to flee to safety. There was nowhere safe to go. It was actually very random, which is exactly what earthquakes are. You don't know exactly where the earthquake is going to hit from 1 second to the next. It's just like an explosion. And it's not something that we can actually prevent. We can sometimes predict it. But I think that this was a real tragedy. It was a natural phenomenon, and it ended in a catastrophe. And I'm hoping that many, many more people are recovered alive. It could be weeks before we uncover them. I hope that they are, many of them will be brought back to safety, as some of them already have been. I'm hoping, and I hope it's not against hope, that many people will be found alive and well, and that they can slowly work towards building up their old life again. I wish them all the health and happiness in the world. And to all of those who lost people, I know that to have a catastrophe like that happen just out of the blue, it's people who are cowardly will naturally turn to a conspiracy theory, because many of us will not want to accept that there would have been a way to prevent or avoid this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what I tried to do today was cowardly. I tried to make up some sort of excuse so that I wouldn't have to face the fact that this, in fact, was real. And I know that it must be very real for many people all over the world who are touched by friends and loved ones who dispersed in the middle of this catastrophe. I hope that people are found. I hope that answers are found, questions are answered. And, I can't believe that an earthquake of that magnitude could have swept away so many lives. But it's true, guys. It's true. So many of those people are now gone. And whether we want to accept the fact or not, it was a natural disaster. And we need to work together or find a way to work together. If I could, I would go down there physically and help. Now, I'm also trying to face the fact that there's something wrong with my cat. And you know what? She goes ballistic at this time of year so much. I'm wondering if whatever scared her, she's going to be okay. She's out of sync like I am. So I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to find a way to pacify myself and try to get through this crisis, I'm feeling it with so many other people. Nothing seems to cheer me, not even food, not even pickle nuggets. But I really do think that strength and courage and perseverance, these are the things that we need in order to help us get through this. I'm just hoping that it doesn't come this way, or we will have more of a disaster. But, because I've been hearing things about, the balloon from China hovering over USA and getting shot down, whatever. These things go on in my head, but I know that the earthquakes were real. They weren't dynamite. They weren't staged. I know people are all dead. And, my heart goes out to people. I wish that we didn't have to face this disaster right now, but we are actually confronting it. And, if there's anybody out there who has been deeply touched and affected by this disaster, my condolences, my sympathies. I hope all goes well for you. And I mourn the loss of human life. It's a tragedy. I'm sure many men, women, and children lost their lives in that quake. And I can't begin to imagine how the survivors will begin to pick up the pieces and start all over again without their family. Can you imagine people coming out of the rubble or unconscious and coming back to reality, not knowing what happened, what's going on, where their loved ones are? They've lost their lifeline. So I'm really I'm really hoping that more people will be recovered and that lives will be saved. I know that we can't get away from the fact that many lives were lost, thousands and thousands. But I'm hoping, and I hope it's not in vain, that more people will be recovered. You know, I don't know about you, but whenever I pray about something, I usually try to include as many things as I can possibly think of, as many people that I can possibly think of, and I I think I'm out of touch with praying. Let's put it that way. I haven't prayed in about 2 or 3 months. To tell you the truth, my mind has not been on myself and my problems. I have been just pushing from day to day, trying to cope with how I should get through my next problem without, losing total control. Sometimes stress can do that to you. But what I'm trying to say is I'm much more relaxed and at peace with everything when I'm in touch with the people up there. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that all the people who are experiencing misfortune and illness and other horrific situations that they can't seem to control. I hope that they find a way out of their tragedies and their pain. And as for the victims of Syria and Turkey, I'm praying as much for them as for their surviving loved ones, that they find the strength to go on, they find the courage to go on without their lifeline, without their loved one. They find the strength to find out what happened to them, where exactly they are, if they're still missing. And if indeed they do come across remains, that they find the strength to accept the reality that this was a horrible, horrific tragedy that could not be prevented, could not be foreseen with enough time. I really don't understand how the quake happened. Well, I understand why earthquakes happen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't understand why such a magnitude. What is going on? I know that I had a sunburn a couple of weeks ago. That's the only thing that's out of the ordinary climate-wise. I'm not sure why, my eyes turned like that, my eyes burned. I do sense there's something in the atmosphere that is not right. But what I really want to get across is that everybody, I don't have a right to enforce everybody to pray. I don't. I'm basically doing this for myself. This situation is very much an everyday part of my life right now. And so I want to document this because it's helping me. I'm not the victim. I don't need help. But it's helping me get through it. The praying and the concentration and focus, it's all helping me get through it. And I hope that people who actually were deeply touched and affected by this event do find a way to get through it, through prayer, through meditation, whatever it takes. Rest. You need to rest in order to get strong. I hope that you find rescue and help. I'm constantly thinking about you guys, constantly thinking about all the people that had to suffer and that are gone because of that. And so thank you so much for watching. And I would like to say, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But I don't think I'm at the point right now where I care about how many subscriptions. I think I can let that go for at least one day. So I'm not going to ask for subscriptions. But thank you so much for listening and watching. And I hope I don't offend anybody by doing this. I'm trying not to make it holy because I know that we all don't follow the same religion, but it has nothing to do with religion. I think it's more got to do with a sense of community and a sense of love and how we can possibly help to remedy the situation that's going on now. How can we do this, guys? How can we rescue all of our fellow loved ones? How can we do it? There's so many that are at large now. Nobody knows exactly how many people have perished. That's why I'm praying and hoping that more get found. I'm so happy to hear that many of them did get found alive. And I hope that that continues. I hope that we don't run out of time before they suffocate or get buried in the rubble. I know it's very hard to breathe in those conditions without water or food, my God, or sleep. I don't know what I would do if I were in that situation. Hopefully it will never touch me. But my heart does go out to everybody, everywhere in the world who was touched by this tragic loss. Thank you for watching.